This is the Chapter 3 Instructor Overview video. In an effort to keep this to 10 minutes or below, I'm just going to highlight a few things in the chapter and then also a few examples. Please be sure that you have read the chapter though. Decimals are just another way of expressing parts of a whole thing. Rounding is important for various reasons. An example, IRS requests that numbers on tax returns be rounded to the nearest whole dollar. Most problems involving money should be rounded to the nearest cent unless otherwise indicated. When communicating decimal numbers, be sure that, for example, 18 3/10 is 18.3. Notice the and in between that I referenced in Chapter 1. Or 54 20/3 is written 54.023. The and is in between the two. For long decimal numbers beyond thousands, you may read decimals using the word point to represent the decimal. For example, 4.35401 would be read as 4.35401, as I said. Decimal numbers should not be rounded until the final answer unless estimating. This is very important in your work in this chapter because you want to be sure that you don't leave off, because it will make a difference in the answer if you round before. Averages is a concept used extensively in business. A numerical average is a number that is representative of a whole set of values. When converting decimals to fractions, verbally say the decimal and then write down what you said. For example, 0.85 would be verbally stated as 85 hundredths and then written as 85/100. And another example, 0.655 would be stated as 655 thousandths and written as 655/1000. In business, fractions that convert to repeating decimals can usually be rounded to tenths or hundredths. But again, be sure that you don't do this until the final answer. You should normally not convert fractions in a problem to decimals, although tempting it may be, unless that is the point of the problem. Rounding errors might otherwise be introduced. Here is one of the frequently asked questions. I'm doing the problem just the way you say, but I'm getting the wrong answer. Check to make sure your calculator isn't rounding when it shouldn't be. For this class, it's best to set your calculator to floating decimals if that's what you're using. How do I convert 0.05 and a half to a pure decimal? This sometimes causes conflict with students when you see the appearance of a decimal and a fraction together. The fraction 1/2 is in the thousandths place. So for example, 5 1/2 is equal to 5.5. 0.5 1/2 is equal to 0.5, and the half is in the hundredths place there. And in the last example, 0.05 half equals 0.05, and then the half is in the thousandths, like the first example. Here are some examples of some word problems that you may run into in this chapter. Be sure you read the problem first. Sam Estero received $50 gift card to iTunes for his birthday. If he downloaded 12 songs at 99 cents per song, 5 songs at $1.29, and 4 apps for his iPhone at $1.99, how much credit remained on the gift card? I would probably do this in a spreadsheet, but you can do it on your calculator. Just be sure that you organize the information once you've read it. For instance, this is $50 that he got in his gift card. I'm going to skip a space. He has downloaded 12 songs at 99 cents, 5 songs at $1.29, 4 apps at $1.99 per app. And so we need to extend it to find out how much he's actually spent. Equals 12 times 0.99, and I'm pointing to it so that I can fill down, save myself some time. and then I'm going to do an auto sum here and enter. So he has $26.29 that he spent. So equals his gift card amount minus the $26.29 and enter. And so your answer would be that he has $23.71 left on the gift card. Okay, the next one, this is just a simple one, divide round to hundreds when necessary. And so what they're wanting us to divide is 24.6 divided by 19. I'm just going to go back up to 1, cell 1, equals 24.6 divided by 19. And there's my answer, but it wants me, always pay attention, round to hundreds when necessary, which is the like a cents place. It's the second one. So I'm going to reduce that to 1.29. And again, I'm using up here on the Home tab, I'm using in the number the decreased decimal to 100ths. Okay, and one more example. Juanita shipped some packages weighing 24.65, so I'm going to type these in, 14.3, and 48.19. What was their total weight? And all you need to do is, once you've typed them in, read it, type them in, and I'm going to auto sum it for their total weight of 87.14. End of this brief video on Chapter 3.